Stonebwoy crowning the UK tour with a very beautiful delivery in Bristol. Na you better see wasem. In fact, you know how Stonebwoy consistently or to Nanamon or call tour or call festivals back to back or making sure so best expanding the reach, and I see it to me born a battle for that achievement, and it was a beautiful event or have here. Into quick. Remember my palm for small reviews on the Stonebwoy event, how he crowned the tour in Bristol. Edem, I think say you've been following and you saw a set of Stonebwoy's Bristol show.
I've really been following from the release of the album, and all I see is passion. I see determination.
Okay.
I see investment. And somebody who is looking at a very bigger picture.
Okay.
And I would like to commend Stonebwoy and his team. I remember when he did a listening session when he released the album and did a release party at Polo Club or Polo Beach.
Yeah.
I had a chat with him and he was talking about, the kind of investments and others is put in the album in terms of promotion, everything. Stonebwoy is one of the artists that only know how to promote album.
Okay.
He had a successful album and a battle in promoting album. Stonebwoy does very well with that, and I wasn't surprised. When as soon as he released the album, the calendar date, and you saw that clearly the man was in for something. He went to the US and we all saw the things he did there. He went to Australia, he went to parts of Europe, he went to UK, and in the UK, so he's one man the presence I felt.
Okay.
Importance there was on your man busy. You see, because of the way the algorithms and other things run, and the consumer taste, you always need to ensure that you are in front of them. You always need to ensure that you are top of mind in those jurisdictions. And by so doing, it is going to add to his stream. It is going to add to his reach as an artist in terms of the space are all called. And at the end of it all, the awareness and the brand Stonebwoy. And when all of these things add up, Emma uko in the industrial room, and Emma the person who achieve BR, which me achieve. So I would say he's a man on a mission.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see, the emphasodia, all I'll say is that he shouldn't renege. He should keep the focus on.
Okay.
And he should continuously looking at the bigger picture or the bigger future. Because what happens is that when you are looking at the bigger picture, your focus is on the bigger picture in the future. You don't see some of the blockades, challenges on your way. You don't see them. But you keep your focus, re-strategize, and get there. So, big up to the Bennington team.
Okay.
Bennington. Yeah, Bennington music group.
Yeah.
And all the guys. They are doing a fantastic job.
Okay.
And they should keep it up.
All right, Edem. Roland.
And one thing I'm with their PR.
Okay.
PR is strategy. Is engineered. And they make sure Kati videos, they are sending the videos, they are sending press releases about projects You need to, because most of the time, artists big, you need to create that. Big ups to Stonebwoy. For me, coming from a communication point of view, they are doing well with this. The videos are coming, the press releases are coming. And if you are not even paying attention, you pay attention. So this is something people can learn and ensure that, they create the narrative for themselves.
All right. Thank you, Edem Mensa Chotomi. Roland, yes, Stonebwoy, Bristol show, crowning the UK
tour?
Of course, congratulations to him. Whatever he's done is not a joke.
Okay.
Kojo may catch us even traveling here and there, even in Ghana.
Yeah.
Most of the shows, it is not a joke.
Exactly.
And when you look at the hassle involved, especially in circumstances as some of them may not even be too favorable, yet you would want to compromise and do some of these things. Yes, I was saying about Nabaso. Let's just look at even the lineup or the buyer and how successfully he's been able to complete almost all of them. That is one that I agree with Edem. Say he has a vision. He has something that he's looking out for, which is why he's working towards it. So this is just even the beginning for Stonebwoy. That is what I believe.
Okay.
This is just the beginning for Stonebwoy because yes, with his partnership and all that, it is very evident. I remember when they were announcing his partnership with Deb Jam Africa. Or I think Moving Pick.
Yeah.
They said it. They were very plain. Said these are some of the things that they would want for him.
For him.
And we've always known Stonebwoy to be a globetrotter. Yeah, or penantia.
Yeah.
So some of these things are not so surprising. And of course, when you tend to put in some of these efforts, these are some of the results that you will get. This is not new in our space. When we want to talk about people who have toured outside, there are some people who have done it but are unsung, in my opinion.
Sure.
The likes of Wale and other Jedouble Ambule, them all have some of these things. Exactly. So yes, I would congratulate him again for putting up some of these things, and we would pray, say, when other artists also do some of these things, they make it intentional to be able to engineer the communications.
Yeah.
They should let the communications come as soon as possible. Now, ankoye self-entitlement, say, oh, mekoye we wahalo. Meanwhile, there was no communication, and whether ni papa mu, ni boni mu, it is about letting people know what is going on with you. The same way obe and treaty almost say uwinia, they should celebrate you. That is the same way I said you need to let that communication out for them to also know, say, oh, this and that is what I'm going through here.
Okay.
Intino mo on paibo bimpoa, mombo mame. Mo in Sembia, na mo mo bi po amode be boamia, mo fam boame. And it is a step in the right direction. So
okay.
I would congratulate him and his team for such a wonderful show. All
right, big ups to Stonebwoy and the Beam Nation for getting this done. It's beautiful, and this is what we want to see from Ghanaian musicians, making waves not only in Ghana, not only in Africa, but to the uttermost part of the world. I remember Stephen Force and so on, Stonebwoy. You've been following him for some time, and we also said, now or yeah, back to back, no core festival, some vantage collaborations be or yeah. Would you say he's gradually getting to the goal objectives now set him on?
Yeah, I mean Stonebwoy for some time now has been making moves. Yeah, he's been making real calculated moves from you know, even with this tour.
Okay.
Started from the North America. Came to Europe, did now UK, you know,
sure,
and counting it all with what he did at the Electric Brixton.
Yes,
that's the name of the venue where he did the final at the Electric Brixton. I think he's now finally having that recognition. He's always been having the recognition. But see, sometimes when the ground breaks for you, you feel it.
Okay,
you feel it, and Electric Brixton is one of the most prestigious venues in the UK.
Okay.
And for him to have it was a sold out show.
Sold out, yes.
Sold out concert.
Very packed.
You know, very packed with everybody.
Yeah,
That
it was
the whole night and had really high profile guests also, you know, visiting. You know, some of our football stars were there.
Kudus,
Thomas Partey was there. Kudus was there. You know, it was a great night.
I think Floating Stone was also there to support.
Yes. I think this is what, look at the top gallery.
Yeah,
everywhere is packed, and this is what we have always been looking for our artists. You see, could you let me say something? You may be big. You see, when you say artists should look international, we are not saying that if you don't make it out there, you haven't made it. But what we are trying to say is that now it's a global village.
Sure.
The world is a global village. Obi to me releasing Jum Kojo. No, when you have how many thousand, 50 million hits. Obi to me have 50 million hits. I mean, downloads. And then Ghana have 50 million people. What I say? Because I was other. The rest of the people, almost so it's a global village now. So anything you are doing, any product you are coming out with, any innovation you are coming out with, know that you are opening yourself up to the international market. And I'm happy Stonebwoy is opening himself up for the international market. Even the kind of songs he's bringing out when he joined
November 17,
yes.
Angela Kujo. Oh, he's a special guest. Angela Kujo is celebrating our London.
Exactly.
At the Jazz Festival.
Exactly, because he's making moves. Yeah. You can see the gentleman making moves. So everybody would like to be associated with success.
Okay.
You know, he goes to London, he goes to shut down such a venue. You think the top shutters in London haven't seen?
They've seen it.
They have seen it. So I will not be surprised one day the top, these top artists, they are calling these Nigerian guys, and then they will not call Stonebwoy. It will be unheard of, because they've seen that if Stonebwoy can shut down Electric Brixton, it means he can also join us, and his numbers will come and add up to their numbers and others. So I think he's asked your question: is he getting to the stage? Yes, I think he's there. He's actually there. All he needs is to maintain the momentum. Keep it up there, and then know that as for Ghana, we will always be here.
Exactly.
This is where he is from. Stonebwoy has already conquered Ghana. There's no venue in Ghana that Stonebwoy will not shut down.
Exactly.
Okay, so now what is left is our artists to start looking outward. Even Nigeria come over 200 and something million. They are out there looking for more people. How much more just 30 something?
They are in our market.
So they are even in our market. They are in Gambia. They are in any small country. They are
everywhere.
They are there.
I'll say what is making them move on. Investment.
And let me also add this. Okay, these things are not just things that happen. There is an agenda that needs to be set.
Okay,
it's an agenda that needs to be set. One, by the artists and the country supporting them.
Okay.
You got to a point, everybody knew Nigeria. If you mention Nigeria, the only thing that comes to mind is what? Corruption and 419. Right now, if you mention Nigeria, what comes to mind is music movies, creative art, and all that. Burna Boy, Wizkid, and the rest. And it was not something that just happened. They did it deliberately. Right now, do you know what Nigeria is doing? They are trying to enter into the international market, not only with music, with their culture.
Okay.
It's called cultural infiltration. They are doing it to us. These foreign soap operas, people are trying to infiltrate into our culture. Now Nigeria is also trying to infiltrate into the culture of the UK. Have you seen this series, Bob Hart's Abishola? It's an international series that is on Netflix. No, it's not even on Netflix. They are showing it on DSTV.
Okay.
On UK stations, not in Africa.
Okay.
UK stations. And it is, if you watch it, it is all about the Nigerian culture, and the names in there are Bishola, Amotola, these Nigerian names. For people, you see, when it becomes like that, and they are portraying Nigerians in the movie to be rich.
Okay.
To be rich and being respected by the white people.
Yes.
And it casts not only Nigerians, it casts whites, Abrofo, British for Abrofo, a woman, and they are respecting them. They are marrying the Nigerians. What they are trying to do is to tell the world that it's okay to marry a Nigerian. It's okay. Nigerians can be rich too. Yes. It's okay. Nigerians are okay. We have rich Nigerian businessmen. It's okay to do business with. So you see, we don't approach creative art with just I agree for the way Ghana we just put entertainment. I agree for no. That's how the way we approach it. But this is business.
Business.
This is serious, mind-blowing business, and I wish every government will understand the import of creative art and then take it seriously.
Thank you, Stephen Forson, and we are still live on Clash Showbiz on CTV Ghana's #1. Send your comments and I'll read them for you. I see all of you on Facebook. Kwabena Ahmed will say greetings to Mr. Ato Kwabena Forson. God bless him for impacting in the lives of many youth. Prince Sadat say good evening, Kojokin. I see you. You guys are doing fantastic job. Kwamna Ahmed comes again. Great submission from Mr. Ato Kwamina forcing more fire. Send your fire in here and we will read your comments for you. Big ups to Stonebwoy. In fact, more grease to your elbows. You say Ogusu hate. And I see say so sacrifice even the next 10 years. Stonebwoy is still a young man. If say a Taylor is still performing at 80 years, ambule munina tour. Meaning say if Stonebwoy will spend maybe at 10 years of his age and set this ground, sir, in the near, you know, be enjoy from a lot of sacrifices are wired for now. Yes, we are moving to our final topic. And Kroma Eshi, Lazari, Koso, AfroNation, Cancelled event. Ghana for Binumania just say, hey, Nigeria for a dear the Amaba Jeffrey and some Otria, Monso, Atia Hamsui. Ye na ya bro pepepe, ye na ya bro pepepe. Appetition Guinnessio, ye na ya ebi mo ani age. Ebi mo nso ene nje. E de enti na beba say AfroNation be cancel event no ewo Nigeria. Abra na Ghana for ready a ye per December in GH. Enim say AfroNation so contribute to event a day people in the diaspora eba Ghana ha omoba spend this account the hotels. Full Uber, tour gas, being your there, any other third you know. So money will come in there, and Amazon, Nigeria for so. And to me, we will look into that. Yes, Shatta so I cancel the show in Wolverhampton, and Yahoo press statement 10 from the SM camp. Amount for someone to say why certain obisa paragraph 4 no there on says paragraph 4 no there and also you be na ya issues na eba. Now to the trending stories in our industry space. AfroNation cancelled in Nigeria. Omo press statement aba you be project ni already kakra na ya busa ya pound for say into a larger extent, would it have even effect on Ghanaian creative industry na anti-Myanmar na Nigerians so anti-Myanmar so the possible reasons why AfroNation will cancel Afro event that was set for Nigeria in December. And to say more press no mama and to screen so na yen kan kakra na amount for so etimi hunu nia koso mobetimi abodi ni kakra yes I have to read it on my phone. Yeah. Okay. So what me bodi ni kakra then I can. Okay. All right. So AfroNation Nigeria cancellation statement. All right. Unfortunately, the AfroNation Nigeria Festival in Lagos will now not be taking place. As event organizers, we hold ourselves to extremely high standards, and it has become clear to us that it is currently not possible to deliver a show that is of the quality that Nigeria deserves in December 2023. We are honored to play our part in the Afrobeat community, providing a platform for artists to connect with fans and to create events that have such a positive impact on the culture globally, as well as launching the Afrobeat chart in the US and the UK. We have put on incredible shows in Portugal, Ghana, Puerto Rico, Miami, and Detroit but Nigeria holds a special place in our hearts. So we are heartbroken not to be able to celebrate with you this year. Please know we are 100% committed to creating an AfroNation show in Lagos that we all can be proud of. We know that you are as disappointed as we are, and to all those who have purchased tickets, we love you and thank you for supporting us on this journey. We will refund all tickets, including booking fees. Ticket buyers do not need any do not need to do anything but will receive an email with information outlining the refund process. We will see you again soon, AfroNation, with a green love emoji. All right. Ora, you have been into events, and you agree to the fact that AfroNation coming to Ghana at a time and I launch a year of return, and it's and Kekahuni was a good move. That partnership was a good move, knowing that the brand has the probability of bringing in the people from the diaspora. All of a sudden, you say, it won't happen this year in Ghana, but it's moving to Nigeria. Nigeria, so almost the press about say, Emma, so what could be the possible reasons just opposing the press almost the Abba?
That's it. Unfortunately, I'm far enough details.
Details, exactly.
So everything we will be talking about will be speculative.
Exactly.
We will just be speculating.
Sure.
On what we think could be the
reason.
Because in how big Nigeria is in terms of Afrobeats.
Sure.
Nigeria has been like a torchbearer for the Afrobeat genre.
Yeah.
Which is making waves in the North America and then Europe. And it would have been great to have. Despite me being Ghanaian, and I would love that every year you being AfroNation was, but trust me, it would have been much bigger in Nigeria if they had the right and conducive atmosphere to have such an event. I'm sure the event organizers sat down and analyzed everything logistically. How are they going to have enough logistics to run the show? Also, venue will count. How to get a venue that is big enough. Unlike Ghana, a huge place. Me, I should say Nigeria. So either if they weren't able to get such a venue, another possibility could be the terms and conditions.
Okay.
If maybe their creative art industry, or if they have a ministry. Ghana, these kind of things don't just happen like private people organizing something. It is mostly government, negotiated. Ghana DSA, it was as part of the president going to the US to actually launch the year of return, marking 400 years of slavery when the slave trade actually started. So he went there to launch it and did everything. It was moves.
Okay.
It was moves that were actually made to have these things happen. I'm sure negotiations didn't really go well. Probably the Nigerian government wanted more out of what the people were offering. That maybe we are. I'm being speculative.
Okay.
All what I'm saying, I want to put on record that these are all assumptions.
Sure.
Now, if they didn't want us to assume, they would have given us much more information so that we will talk. But until then, all we can do will be speculation. But to be fair to them, I would like to let our viewers know that all what I'm saying are speculative. So it could be things that could make the event not go on. It could be the government was negotiating so hard that they said, okay, look, then let us go back and then regroup and then probably come back again. But I'm happy in their letter, almost 30 years, they would love to come back. Okay. If your preparations, you share from now to December, AfroNation, which was supposed to take place this December, right?
Yeah.
If you are no more preparations, and enough. Oshe Ghana, dena yombe wahani nyana. Yana preparation kabari so ton ticket review. Somewhere February now, ton ticket scratch and said sold out. I had a cousin come from Australia who went for like 3 or 4 days. Auto ticket ni now Australia. No over Ghana no. And then the wife ticket.
General admission was sold out.
Over Nigeria.
Yes.
Wow.
Now it's the general admission ticket.
Sold out. And the refund no more and yes, I'm good. And I'm also happy said the state said they will refund the money.
Sure.
And yes, some more I don't know how they are going to. Mostly people buy online. That's why these kind of tickets they buy them online. And when you are buying the ticket online, you will definitely have to provide your email address. So I'm sure through the email address, and you buy with your card. So they will refund the money back to the card that bought it. And they say, "Oh, you be card the toy, yeah." Can who say, "Beko ni pan one." Say ni pan so. No say. no, it's sad. It's sad. I'm saying Ghana for be more there. Say, yeah, JF, no alcohol, but for me as an African, I would have loved that it would stay within our sub-region here. Our Nigeria is any Ghana.
Exactly.
Don't mind you, or Nigeria. I'm sure a number of Ghanaian artists who would have got.
Black Sheriff has been announced.
Exactly. So we also benefit
because Ghanaians also enjoy. Nigerians enjoy Ghanaian music as well. So
okay.
But let's hope say in the near future, send more canon, it will happen for Nigeria.
Okay.
But AfroNation in Nigeria, I'm sure would have been much bigger than it happened in Ghana. Is this in Nigeria where it was scheduled to take place, or this is what happened in Ghana?
I think this in Ghana.
This is Ghana.
This is Ghana. So yeah. So I think it's sad.
Okay.
It's sad that such a huge concert that Nigeria was also supposed to have their own share. Lagos is a huge city. Lagos is a city whose population is bigger than Ghana. It's not easy at all, you know, and they would have made a lot of money.
Will you say, now you say, you share penny for now, omudi and in negotiating on now almost top skills, top skills, timmy a broker deal now successful, you know. Successful, you know. You timmy running or Ghana had Nigeria for the first time, no man to me. I intend to agreement.
Could you be social answer? You are not far from the truth.
Okay.
Because you see, sometimes when you are entering into a negotiation, you have to even state the end of the negotiation from the beginning.
Okay.
You get it? Sometimes, maybe toward there, me can say me only bibi. Me talk okay, you be negotiate. By the end of the whole thing, no say meto.
Okay.
Can me debe coffee.
Okay.
The what dream say can no matter what you better. Now let us start the ball rolling.
Okay.
It could also be how the negotiations are when. And you know how Nigerians negotiate. They are hard negotiators. They always. But see, the thing about negotiation is, the thing about negotiation, and when you say it goes back through, it goes in the back fly across through. We don't But we say Ghanaians are more diplomatic, and you know, I'm not saying this what happened, but I'm sure it could also be what a factor. Even government would like to even assist. Government would like to assist. Oh, when Ukraine even a bus importing Yama through our harbors now they cry. Government can even allow you to, you know, obey you in Yamano without stress. So and the system that tells you how much Ghana is more of a better enabling environment for business to thrive. Than probably other neighboring countries. Look, to quite free Ghana, the obligation say be a Ghana, but they cross Ghana border, na river to go and answer every coast. I want to be say,
UK.
Now even UK could just say UK environment for business. Conducive.
Okay.
It's not everywhere now. Who could do now? Watch our pampa now. Okay. Look at the number of Nigerians who are in Ghana selling spare parts.
That's true.
Even running
phone case business.
Ghana is a more welcoming country. We are more welcoming to the international community.
Okay.
We open our arms for business to come in, because you see, when business is coming in, we don't only think about Sikana, maybe government is making, government as an entity making, but we also have to think holistically. Say Uber drivers a home, Shaxi drivers a home, restaurants a home, first bloggers. The entire value chain ecosystem will be a factor into the negotiation.
Thank you.
So I can tell you that those who negotiated the Ghanaians did a better job
than. Thank you, Stephen Forsen, for that submission. Edem, now AfroNation has been cancelled, and some Ghanaians are happy, some are also not happy. What will be the possible reasons? And I say, Ebema BBC yes.
I think say BP ewa hanu. Oshe omu releaser omu de aba. When you read the tone,
okay,
Oshe tone, you could feel pain.
Okay.
You could feel pain in the release.
You could feel frustration.
Yeah, frustration. Like Adibia say, they wanted to do it at all costs, but Adibisum it's doing at all costs because they wanted to make a statement. We share the story of AfroNation.
Okay.
They are Nigerians. somewhere in 2013, they decided to, okay, Afrobeat is coming up. People are talking gradually. But we don't have the platform as African artists. Yeah, but big international shows. I ain't coming. So how do we create that platform where African artists can play in Europe, big events, play in America? And they set up AfroNation as the driver for that. So there's AfroNation US, there's the one on Europe, then Africa, to be able to drive that Afrobeat. Into on my year at other places. And for some reasons, Ghana didn't ain't members. So they decided to go home. Okay, okay, release now. Unze omuka ho baby say coming home no, it was like omuchafufu atonkwem. So it was going to be like the seal on the rationale behind because it is going like home.
Okay, it's coming home.
It's coming home. Into your madio make create and na mo afidi dey buy a fee.
Was homecoming.
Into where it was going to be a very huge homecoming. Now come so omu ehu say oh ye ko bo ba wa bonten no ye timi aba fie. And a full fee and kotwata. So clearly, clearly, it is why you feel that pain in that, and it would have been better. Saying come here, reason explicit. And at times, so in piano, the more you explain yourself, you may leave loopholes for people to hit you.
Yes, Ali.
And I said, 1 year careful, I can't be and I realized that they were very like economy with their work.
For future because engagement.
1 year careful, na can't say be
exactly.
What I say? And we shared the first part of the statement. I'm saying, we do high quality shows. And we wanted to give that high quality show. But considering the circumstance, it will not be possible. In the idea ni koshe, idea no like as why saying.
Yeah.
Meaning there is no like the enabling environment is not good.
Yes.
And that will not help them give up that quality. It means they will have problems. But on person
one low key feel I be say cost from the suppliers were so high.
Yeah.
Say it was so
you see, and they try to play safe. For me, it's unfortunate for them because I mean clearly the anticipation was high if you've been following them, and there was a ripple effect because our artists would have been going to perform there to reach out to their crowd and their people. As I'm discussing about what I say, intimate ambassador.
Is it the case, say Nigeria is not seeing the bigger picture because you share other venues, but we see a lot of Nigerian artists. The project, even the Ghanaian events, we saw a lot of Nigerian artists on bill. Now, couldn't they see beyond the fact say this event, a project our artists are able to me. I created that enabling environment.
That's actually where I think, a very unfortunate, especially we share the timing now, because we have like a month to, and they almost like early December. So like the timing was so close. Promo, everything, ticketing, selling out, general admission. And just to the last point, such disappointment. I think it doesn't look well for them as a country. Because, people were even trying to bring in security reason. That there is a security.
I thought about it.
Yeah, security threat near there. Oh, yes, sir. When another bigger event or bigger opportunity is looking at somewhere looking at you, they will be looking at alternatives.
Okay.
What you saying?
And Ghana is a better alternative.
Of course.
Exactly.
I mean, we always waiting for that.
For now, dear.
And looking at how our IG
looks
people.
good. For now, Ghana looks good. Yeah, Ghana looks good.
I mean, I think it's unfortunate for
Okay.
them as a country in
Okay.
terms of their brand and entertainment.
Okay.
I mean, they should have found a way to make it happen.
Make it happen.
Now, ambassador, me who say Ghana phobia so ebo say.
Of course.
Who say, and yet to say it was pain. Like some Ghanaians really felt some pain when they took it away.
Okay.
And ambassador. I say, I'm not pain na kofo.
About film.
I say, we has Nina has
Elusu.
has a loose.
Now we could say protocol so ya boko to be tres. Any jail, any
Yeah, we are on the sutinti, and you say any gene about.
we need to have any jail.
Ghana for yao no.
Eswa brass. Okay.
Because
All right.
when him say, I did cause one Nigeria and a tija
Kaka.
and ka pressure be
Na kaka
side of
crack.
town. Almost the best 3 years.
Yes.
Into 3 number.
All right.
Ghana
So
for
thank you, Edem Mensa Chotomi, also giving a submission on why AfroNation has cancelled the upcoming event in Nigeria. Let me move straight to Roland Amate, then we move on to another cancellation. In fact, that is a luxurious cancellation. All right, so Roland, AfroNation, you've been following the event. What possibly do you think will be the reason why they have cancelled
Coming
it?
from event background, let me first put this across here.
Okay.
Before some of these statements are being released, people should not see it as... I know, say, in recent times, we've seen lots of shows being cancelled from most of our people, both home and abroad.
Sure.
I want people to understand, say, these statements don't come with ease.
Yeah.
In fact, before some of these statements are being released, the kind of conversations behind the scenes, a man for, because even during preparation, show the kind of resources are come.
Yeah.
The kind of investments are come. And for people to have arrived at such a decision, and easy. Now, to me, when some of these things happen, I say, BBC, I want to look at the pros and cons of it and connect it to the bigger picture. Yes, a woman say, I'm Maso Nigeria, I'm Maso Ghana, and a movie called Nigeria. When you take a critical look at the oppressor, you understand, say, this is an event since its inception, people outside Africa are enjoying more than we in Africa. So what share the happenings people outside Africa are enjoying more than we in Africa.
Okay.
And coming from also a background let's also look at the situations and conditions of the last event happened in Ghana. It did not end. If we show now and almost cancel in the middle of the last day, and they had to take the decision of taking it to Nigeria. Now, made in addition, and what's a cost for Nigeria, and also intimi amba to light.
Okay.
This only, if we look at it critically, does not only affect Nigeria, but affect Africa as a whole. Sure. And how we create enabling environment even for ourselves. Recently, I chanced on a video and a Kenyan president, Kasa, about the fact that even traveling through neighboring African countries, is a hassle. And I would give thumbs up to some of our people in government or some of our ministries. Recently, Mete now traveling to South Africa is now visa-free. You know, creating some of these enabling environments helps to go a long way to help some of these projects. Okay. We may not, it may not have a direct link but when you look at it critically, and also in case some of these things are things that enable us to put some of these things together. It is a big blow. Okay. It is a huge blow not only to Nigeria. Yes, for reasons there. For now, since they did not detail it, everything that we would say will be speculative. As people in the space are say, okay, these may be some of the reasons a bit to me amounting to some of may be cost, it may be security, and we know some of these things are A-listed when it comes to putting up such a project. And you know, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and we can only sympathize with them. And we can only plead to the African countries, including ourselves, say, when some of these things come, we should look at the bigger picture to give them a very conducive environment in order to make some of these things happen.
Okay. Thank you very much, Roland Amate. And you're still watching CTV Clash Showbiz. My name is Kojo King, King with a double N. And we move straight to my last topic for the night. Now, possibly, your picking course, near tier 4, near so opinions. Enche Biana, Abrantie, Charles Niyama Mensa, Shatawale, Echo UK. That was Ghana Music Awards UK on the team. Echo, we saw beautiful performance. You say, your money change for fair. A lot of things are going on there. And recently, you saw one or two events. And I said, Bako, it happened over Wolverhampton. Na, and every, and you say, the manager, someone at Toby Bar, Sammy Flesh, or T, a Kunya Kissi Ma, Esan so any hentina, Mamma Kwanya Metimo, or the presser ever to a bontin say that show has been cancelled. Na, Edem Comodie Bebre, na ba, Montias, say, Wadodo, almost say some of the paragraphs in the presser no was not necessary. Among for actual Madrid Bebre and Adanin Comodie. My pound for Wahanomo. Remember Roland is closer to the SM cortex. To possibly he may have one or two information via amount phone and answer clarification.
Your friends press and more someone.
So open beyond the pressure.
What is your
see, Merco Roland's nebia. What informed the cancellation and other if or other details will be to many share. And even the conversation around the article as to Wadodo certain paragraphs necessary. It doesn't meet up to PR template near that. I don't know. What do you say about that, Roland?
Kojo, it is what it is. I will go back to what I said earlier on here discussing AfroNation.
Okay.
Such situations is not a nyadia ede.
Okay.
Whoever is found in some of these situations, no. A young who say a nyadia sebe a yadia de will be pesoye. Nemum a situations nema elidi nipadi kodu baby.
Okay.
So some of these situations you raise say amanfobi e kase e wadodo. In that same light, it is also your friend is saying AfroNation, yeah, really. Some people, I've also heard some people saying it is too short.
Okay. Not
detailed enough. And I ask myself, okay, when people are communicating certain situations, what are some of the things that they look out for? Is it to preserve something? Is it to explain certain situations? And we know, say, in our current dispensation, as much as epidemic war, we also have infodemic, where most of the information that we consume online, especially, if you don't take care, se we hu wasemu cheche year, obi betimi a chere wa unsemu apam atade ahyew. Ebe fit o pepepe and it will fit your situation. In recent times, especially with Shatawale Brandon, we've seen certain communications even from Onoankasa Aba out. Because the communications were not detailed, no. Some people picked bits and pieces and gave it whatever the interpretation they wanted to give. So for how lengthy this particular communique is, I believe say it is one of the reasons intina ewasa because there need to be details, especially this is not the first time Shatawale cancelled the show, or this is not the first time even this year an artist, a Ghanaian artist, is cancelling his show outside. When it has to do with Shatawale now, there are so many questions involved.
Okay.
There's been instances, and when it has to do with promoters not meeting his demands, it has been one of the major reasons. we've seen not long ago, and I think a year or two, we had that with Party in the Park, when he had a 1 and 2 with Dennis of Akwaba UK with regards to Party in the Park. So when it comes to Shatta Wale and its demands, I believe that this presser has come not to open up for speculations. The reasons why the artist is pulling out of this particular project is what he has stated in the presser. It has nothing to do with security. It has nothing to do with maybe something happening on the day. The only reason is what he's given. So yes, the reason probably may make sense to you. The reason may not make sense to you. Either way, to the artist, sometimes the way artists demands very complex, relative. Somebody, let me use this example. I hear certain media guys saying, oh, artists be more on do certain pedestal from interview or I tell you, pick an artist like Wenishe. Line up about 5 different interviews in a week for Wenishe. So Wenishe charge you be okrum it will be a problem. Meanwhile, there are certain things to consider. Cost involved, operational cost and all that. Artists bet me by interview on atari obeshe wo interview no on share wo baby. You see some of these costs, people may not even take their mind to that side. And when artists begin to make certain demands, obviously it will become, oh, and now there we say dodo and now who dodo now funny say dodo now funny say. So it is in that light.
One phrase I is so prominent in the conversation here, luxurious demands. Like the organizers couldn't meet luxurious demands. I want for a question, that phrase, say, when you say luxurious demands, what are we talking about? Do you have any meaning for that in respect to, because the demands, but the emphasis on luxurious demands, do you have any explanation?
Okay, so this is it. We have outrageous demands.
Yes.
Exactly. And we know, say, in recent times, Shatta's demand on shows from his service has became a topic of discussion. In 2 weeks, we are just coming from that conversation now.
Sure.
Obe State say, oh, or charge £80,000 for Ghana Music Awards UK. It became a whole topic, even as insult on his brand. So when it comes to artists and their luxurious lifestyle and demands, Shatta is not the first one. Even in Africa. Recently, I chanced on the video's interview saying that now, if he is going to even offer you a feature, it is about $500,000 or even $1 million.
Okay.
You understand? This, somebody would see it as outrageous. But in the artist circles, it is a luxurious demand, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
Because that is the standard that they've been able to build for themselves. So Obika said, okay, I am charging you. So in order not for people to misinterpret the demand that he's talking about, that is why he would want to qualify it as luxurious, so that some people will not come and say it is outrageous. You understand?
Could it be the reason why they couldn't afford? Because if it's about luxury, then we all know what luxury means. So it could be that it is outrageous. Yes, and they can't afford it. That is why the show didn't happen, because the emphasis on the luxury.
Burna Boys, as event organizer, the Burna Boy, Ebeba Ghana Bebo show. But will I be able to meet his demand? No.
Okay.
If I won't be able to meet his demand, there is no way I can work with him.
Okay.
It's plain and simple. The artist may have a certain rate. If you can meet it, there will be business.
Okay.
If you can't meet it, definitely there will be no unless business. One decides to compromise.
Could it be said these demands so
you see, if a business If the artist demands, not promote anything,
yeah.
Of course, there will be service.
Okay.
A service will be rendered. But
okay.
in this instance, yeah, press aba openly out. No? Then definitely the demands were not met.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Roland Amate, for your submission on Shatta's cancellation on the Wolverhampton show, which I think a lot of people are disappointed. Say they were waiting to see that spectacular performance from Shatta, but and to me, so let me move straight to Edem. You are coming from a PR background, and you understand how some of these communications is done. And by a press and by a lot of people are making comments about certain part of it. It wasn't necessary. They could have kept it straight. From your part of, you know, so Uhun is saying, from the presser, the show now you're calling off, you know, organizer side, the artist side, patrons and all of that. Put all together and let's see how you say.
The ultimate aim of PR.
Okay.
PR management, buffering and bridging.
Okay. Buffering
and bridging.
And bridging.
Now the buffering is that in soy.
Okay.
It means so me pa.
Okay.
Enti buffering here. Mami mpon ho ban.
Okay.
Na amount for and say means so na so man ji means so na
okay.
And I say so body be am mami so.
Mami so.
Said dia me ji ade we no. Na me san so abridge.
Okay.
What it means is that as you are protecting your turf, you connect to the people.
Okay.
Until you protect and you connect.
Okay.
So anything I owe here with PR in mind, you need to think about buffering and bridging. How you are protecting your organization or your brand, and how you are at the same time connecting with the public. If you look at the tone, first of all, let me tackle the tone of the press release. What should the tone of the press release are? You see repetitions.
Okay.
Asem bako. Ye wan no akan in so many ways. You also see boastfulness. And our boasting. Ye boasting. Gold standard.
You're boasting. Okay.
When it can be gold standard.
Okay.
Luxurious demand. And you see pride.
You see pride in the presser. Which side? Because
that's the tone.
Which side?
Now, I'll say
the same.
We regret to announce the cancellation of the highly anticipated Shatta Wale concert scheduled to take place at the hangar in Wolverhampton on November 4, 2023. The decision has been made due to unforeseen circumstances concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. Now, concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. And how do you call this an unforeseen circumstance? First of all, they didn't meet your demands, but you agreed to promote the show and tell your fans on all your platforms to come. You knew that, or say, circumstances concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. So you know they have been unable to meet. That is not an unforeseen circumstance.
Okay, so it could be that we agreed that this is what we are going to do, but getting to the latter part, we realize
now what the projection they are making in this statement doesn't give rise to that compromisation. I'll say Shatta Wale, the celebrated and accomplished musician with numerous chart-topping hits to his credit, has set the gold standard in the music industry. As a result, his rider and contractual requirements are equally grand. Boastful. And reflecting, your brand will talk for you. You don't have to remind people. Reflecting his status as worthy and successful artist and business mogul.
In AfroNation's presser, they stated the successful event.
No, but they didn't say they are. They didn't say they are worthy.
But their track records into the contribution that they've even done.
No. Let me analyze the statement. Let me analyze. They didn't say they are rich. You don't have to remind people you're worthy business.
They stated their contribution to Afrobeat. Who doesn't know AfroNation's contribution?
So I can qualify this to say a boastful. That's
so the AfroNation statement was that side was also
that tone is different from this.
Wow.
But this is my opinion.
Well, it's your interpretation.
Exactly.
It's boastful.
Allow him to.
I say, over the past 2 weeks, we have been diligently working to bring Shatta Wale's electrifying performance to the people of Wolverhampton. The hangar known for hosting world-class events was chosen as the venue for this remarkable night of music and entertainment. We believe this concert would not only celebrate incredible talent of Shatta Wale, but also offer unforgettable experience for his dedicated fans. However, we regret to inform the public that despite best efforts, the promoters have not been able to meet the luxurious demands and requirements. What is luxurious? Conditional monarchy and luxurious, man. I
think
what are luxurious?
Time until
what do you be luxurious? Yeah, the best
one. Now, what bonnet tough?
You understand?
I'm out for.
I think, like I said, the tone doesn't talk about bridging and buffering.
What's it luxurious?
Yes.
Extremely comfortable or elegant.
Extremely
comfortable or elegant.
I mean, why do you, like I said, one person open
there's a line that says while fitting an artist of his stage.
One person open say, I say, you want to open say, I say, obon uhuto.
Want to shoot your own?
You want to shoot yourself in the whole thing. So how when you say extremely comfortable, and everyone will say then the promoter was right not meeting that extremely comfortable taste of you. I mean, the choice of words. I mean, we have to learn. Some of these things, we say it not for saying sake, but we have to learn. For me, I think the presser was too boastful. It was repetitive. And anything a man yet, who told you you cannot be brief and straight to the point and very explanation? For me, as a PR person, what I see from this is that there is an original reason,
okay,
which they are not bold to put out. But
what would that be?
But they are trying
what could that be?
But they are trying to cut some corners. What I say?
Okay.
Maybe there are real reasons, but they can't go straight with the real reasons. And it's in the press release. And for me, I think that we need to be very careful the way we choose our words when we are writing press release. A PR communication.
Okay.
And PR, because it deals with reputation, a reputation management.
Okay.
We should know how to manage the reputation so that at the end of the day, it will not create problem for the brand. Because at the end of the day, it opens the brand up for ridicule and more attacks.
Okay.
Did you protect the reputation? You couldn't.
Okay.
So we should be very, very careful, when we are writing this thing. And headline, cancellation. You are not the organizer. At best, you are pulling out and are withdrawing. But headline is today.
Cancellation.
Into your announcement, I'm organizer. And it's like there are two people in the press release. In IPA 2, organizer not for one side, and a shot for one side.
Okay. Edem, that is from Edem, and don't be surprised. It's also coming from a PR background, so he's also giving his view on that. Let me move on to Stephen Forson. He's also well versed in this sector. Into also sa when you may be as ora and come ba among for say presser no and can bet me a brief certain part to be over among face and can some the shame and also considering the side of the event organizer as well, because we are all into this together. I say two sides of a coin, we are all together into no all balancing your money now. What do you see about this?
Okay, before them I mean read the press release picture.
Okay.
English in
okay.
This is a press release they released.
Okay.
The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to the London tomorrow. That is it. Brief. Yes. For such an important and this is the announcement that announced that the Queen of England, the United Kingdom, and yet on my back home, Canada count, Australia count, Ireland count, Scotland count, Wales count. I can see a man over there. 2 sentences, yo. Wow. So you see, sometimes one can say or press someone, and my was a short. Okay. Okay. Simple.
Okay.
You see, some sentence we were over say too short, but if it until you won't go for your training specifically for this kind of job. Let me tell you, in some place that I work, which I wouldn't state. Yeah, truck press our own. Okay. The levels of people who read before it actually comes out, you'll be surprised. It's not a joke. Yeah, at the end of everything, you're one person here, so can answer aqua out. So no can say okay, answer. Because you see, anything you say now, there are certain words we have to look at the tone, the tones and then near the American and the mood of the letter. Because see, you read the letter and the mood. No. First of all, what are you trying to achieve? Maybe what they are trying to achieve is not what them is trying to achieve. Maybe in view of recent happenings in our media space, £80,000, and yeah, £80,000, you know, they still have that, how do you call it, propensity to prove to people that they are worth the £80,000. Hence the word luxurious. Okay, as to whether it was right to use or not right to use, Nadia, we will leave that to the people. If they themselves probably in common can say luxurious demands, in our case due to some demands okay. Now you be say with demands, now be we can say oh or can say ship and exactly. Then we leave it to the people to say hey send their ship the boy they no do. Now or can say to understand that normal.
Because the first paragraph was demands.
Yes,
the first paragraph was stated demands.
Exactly. Which nka conversation because but then
a repetitious
yeah, but then you see I said when they can't they can't because of baby I had a one but I say what you must do so you as I say exactly say can you do you Shatawale and more especially you Flex, or also any manager. You get it. I think that at some point we need to look at in your PR per se. Your person can show a show like that should come on.
Exactly.
I say you see, because a negotiation always let's agree on the end. Even if there's a problem, young can know actually. Into na court war. You sign agreement. Also, mommy say, one farmer, we are not one to me and to many day. All those things must appear in the contract.
Okay.
You get it? Okay, mommy 80,000 pounds. But the mommy 50,000 pounds is here. Now we are, and I said before the show, no, be some mommy 50,000 pounds. What I say, and Matthias say, okay, my Jimmy 50,000 pounds. Hey, sure never about so many, on for 30 now can then, mammy. But you see, I will still go ahead and perform my part of the deal. Me perform me, we are. You owe me. What the make whichever means legally, me first wa Jimmy sika there. Ne afaso.
Afaso.
I would rather you owe me than me to owe you. In fact, some member show now say 150 than media. I might have to return it to you. It be insurance contract and they say we will not refund. All those things, you know. One refund this one. Then you can now come and look at relationship. Say okay, okay, say even in my space, and to be also be renting stage. Ni panika so be renting stage, you know. We tia be ABI the amount 5,000 or the be 3,000 at all. Say they me be fine na me den kan na ba. We agreement you say money is paid and non-refundable. But they now so nipa ne oh chale. Program near the choir no. BBAC. Ye nya permit bi nti ai den. Ya account
human.
We dey patcho. Sika ni child and the ben there. Ono class suggest say make I one time the gentleman suggest say oh there man be nan fa bi. Okay, in some of the situations you have to measure okay we don't need be. They say I'm so fast say because me so sad that na ko be rent stage you know for full amount.
Exactly.
Also odi into me then but we are in business together. That's the human face of business. We are in business together. We share profits and we also share losses.
Okay.
Nti wo hu chiro me ntimi nka say me dey me okay.
Me okay.
O dey cool. You see when that happens the human face is also not there. Look, it shows that also baby nya na man for etia ni nyina sao. So sometimes one thing I also wanted to say is one where the demands made clear at the point of agreeing to the event agreement. Where the demands made clear at the point. This is the point I wish I have.
Got to a point.
This is the point I wish I had someone like the manager, Sammy Flex here, and then the event promoter also here. Then we ask them, what is our demands we asked before?
Before
I said, "So may provided these demands and now." And did they come back to come and plead? Because in every agreement can be varied.
Because if say agree from the onset. And now organizer no then there could be a breach of contract. Even Shatta can even take them on.
Even say you agree this is contract for you. You agree say okay obema me 100,000. Yeah. Majatum. But me ko here my partner say 100,000 na me agree and I mean to me there. In contract law you have every right to come back to come and plead. Ghana has signed so many bad deals, electricity, power budget deals, previous agreement, government has signed. When the new government came, now you say, a more but some of the contracts say, you see, made the amount, and as some generator is here, say, also, one so, may you say, what I say, generators here, so I produce electricity at home. Now, man, so the man turn electricity. How do I get money to pay you? It means you confess car before for any debate. These are some of the agreement. Obasana, you have every right to do what? To come in and then renegotiate. Say, okay, I'm passing a can say, but you're very nekakre. Maybe a certain time, also one could dim work chapter 1 later and I say, what service provider no one could dim. Sometimes go in here because maybe or tamale. Let me use myself as an example. Me share my team. If I flight, I call tamale see a maybe. In conference on my mind. I'm not my example. I don't remember the amount. Say, some man say I check 15,000 or so. It's a very long time ago. Now me dem in call for you. I calculate me fair ni adenya me di obi akogu. You could do a plan say okay. Sika na kan you share your coffee ni yan 15,000. You call for 6k bit me 3,000. Yeah. Because you
I didn't want to
at that point you have to get sense. And until guys, I mean, yeah, you man, and they will play for other coins.
Ayoka.
This way, half a loaf is better than
None.
No, so when you are a businessman, when you are thinking, until the young folk command your business, no, you have emotions and so in your business. Or beyond so the emotions, say business, you mostly lose at the end. Until me as a businessman will sit back and say, okay, what the Mati, Sadia Mayama, but Mayama, what again can we do? Okay, ODJ 3,000, no, but then you have another contract view. Opa, you beat me there, no, so I can one. So the bay at least, or the better can be so kakra.
I remember
me as a businessman, Kojo, I will negotiate, I will do renegotiation, and then get something better to do. You into that the say, she showbiz is like any other business. A business.
There was a big concert in this.
I tell you, say you bet me I start here for course.
My wrap up now. You know, me feel say
your points.
Me bow. Me feel say the business management of Minia Shatta,
yeah.
which is the Sami Flex na palm for no. Sometimes, and yet in some saying it is not a good PR for the brand.
No.
See, it's not a good PR. Or before for ever higher, also even they say only submarine. On the show, no. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so it can deter.
It is a bad
potential
for business wise. You don't even have to allow certain things to come out. I said, Mokan Kukum. Sometimes we just stage about show when you are not happy because I can't.
All right. Hello, good evening. All right, you go to CTV and higher class showbiz now. You go to Edem come about a lot of issues. Ofra now so the episode can. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Mr.
From the Republic of Ashaya.
Oh, Mr. Titanos Akwaba.
Yamadu Kuno, what is that?
Yakupa Dumpa.
I do it. Some friends Yakoka, so what's the mama no?
I
come away again. The presentation you guys all gave this evening is packed.
Thank you.
You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Now coming to Shatta press,
okay.
Even though I'm his fan and I'm still with them and I will still be with them to the end of time, looking at what I read through, I think they have said their mind do, but it looks like, permit me to use the word self-centeredness.
Okay.
It looks like we are telling them what we are made of.
Okay.
So that if you don't give us this, we wouldn't have come giving you this.
Okay.
I think that's what I see. Then coming to the show at Nigeria, what's the AfroNation program?
Yeah.
I said ice block and then fire. In a way, no, but at the same time, I'm there because Ghana in Nigeria has a play in Kaka.
Okay.
And I'm a boy. And then we come to Stonebwoy, Beam Nation. You are all from Ashama and we are proud of him. But when you from there, you fly back to Wendy, you tell them, say, when you say a friend said, luxurious girl, please, let me pick your words. Akadi or Shabano, only free. And then to the Koya program, you are Shama Ambasso. Or in the few Ambasso, one day Chanaka. It's like football. Unya chances to one Jusika, and the Opa, we are Kokagana, when you get the chance, hit them and get what you want, then you get out. Then you will be free. And yes, idea. That you
okay.
That's all for now.
Titanos from the Republic of Ashama. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Pacho Odini baby are free.
Steven from assignment.
Hello?
Steven from assignment.
Okay, Ashama Pacho and some I had you come on Mudia na Pasoka.
About Shatta.
Pancho, Yanko.
Hello?
Hello, meet you. Lower the volume of your TV set, and yes, sir, and come on into me and go smoothly. You go to CTV class showbiz, bring you authentic entertainment. And to a friend, what lower volume near to me, and come on. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
The Pacho Udini will be our frame free.
Steven Ashama.
Steven Asham and Ashama for Frepa. Pacho then I want my anime.
I want about Shatta.
Okay. Hello? Hello? I'm say Ashama line no aye baby and but we are still waiting for your course and we discuss a lot of issues. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pachodini baby I'll frame me free.
Steven from assignment.
Hey Steven, you are back. Okay. You wanted to talk about Shatta Wale. What do you want to say about Shatta Wale?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I respect that brand.
Okay.
He has done so much for himself. But I feel like he should relax a bit because, yes, he has achieved a lot, but he still gets to achieve more.
Okay.
The pressure, they are too much. I don't know how to explain it, but one of the callers said self-centeredness. That's how they feel. Like, the showbiz is give and take.
Okay.
So regardless of whatever it is, I think there should be a compromise, a level of compromise, because you as a Shatta Wale brand, you've not even performed so much in the UK.
Okay.
So at least it's also an opportunity for you to reach out to your UK fans.
Okay.
He didn't consider all of that. For me, I think he just considered what he will get, what the Shatta Wale brand will get in return, because they feel like, oh, he's all knowing and he dominates everywhere. So for me, Shatta Wale and our senior man, Sammy Flex, they should tone down a little bit and then accept certain things and give. They should be ready to give too. They should not just be ready to take. They should give.
Okay.
And that's just fine.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephen, for your input. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, fine.
Your name and where you calling from?
I called them. I'm calling from Cape Coast.
All right. Pacho, and come on, Ben. I'll pay with you and then you may.
I'm coming with no one done. The show no I can't see any I can cover that. Another name the issue a woman to a can't show.
Okay.
Let's leave it up for manager of Flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand the reason why it's about the table, but I'm not really know how I behave and
yes, reason is organizers night to me and meet demands now. I
know if you demand so no in favor. Yeah, waiting you being in Kenya and that's why.
Okay.
Also, you are no in favor.
Exactly.
In one man society, you find channel.
All right. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes, we're still waiting for your course. This is Clash Showbiz live on CTV. My name is Kojo. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, my last call I know went to me, and you know, so I think say I had they call in segment, you know, ABC. Few of your messages online, Facebook. Fred Appiah says, did they not agree before the flyers were posted? I'm disappointed as a fan. Francis Ametepegi says, what I know about contract between an artist and a promoter, organizer before date of the event, the venue, daytime, the rate, the layers come out then. It means agreement has been reached and signed for the basis. And Fred Appiah says, why didn't you call Sammy for more information? Okay. So, you better must say, and then so my kind home. Eddie, another beautiful edition of Clash Showbiz, Abraham. Yeah, quick. Edem, just brief, end the show, no. Brief thing, and then I'll pass all candy chat to.
I think that the Americans say, brands are fragile.
Okay.
Because it will take many years to build a brand. It will take just one day to throw everything away. And Sisiano promotion, I bear more of, emotions.
Okay.
That's neuromarketing, where you need to appeal to the
emotions of people. Okay.
Now, Chinebi, Ukoposi flyer. Because you be flyer, crowd, you can't want to whoa. Next 2 days to the event, will be cancelled. So, like the trust for your own fans and promotion of your own event, why you're not doing.
Okay.
So we should be very circumspect when we are doing some of these.
Thank you very much, Edem. Roland.
And police nearby will be Asantewa and Jackson and Coma.
Or your police?
Yeah, police.
Or what info? Okay, Asantewa and Yamisha. Sorry, Roland.
some of these conversations, when they come, they open up to lessons to be learned in the industry. Exactly. So I would want people to not only see this as something that is happening on the brand Shatta Wale alone.
Okay.
These things are things that everybody can pick up from. Because tomorrow, if you're an upcoming artist or if you are any other artist and you are negotiating in terms of some of these situations, you would know, say, okay, and kind of see what I say. So this is how I will learn from it and move forward in my career.
Thank you very much. Ora, yeah, coffee.
Yokojo, in business, a bit, you know, careful.
Okay.
Let's run what you are doing as a business. Maybe Yanka Yante and discuss the idea. Because this is not what we are discussing. Yanka, we discuss performance and how it went. However, still respect to the branch Shatta Wale. They've proven a lot to, and they've done a lot of work to stay relevant to where they are. And I believe the team really thought hard about it, and they consider the pros and cons. Yeah, can inside no. Inside. We would have also taken the similar.
I think it's something bad. Okay. All right. One-on-one interview. All right. Thank you to Edem, Mensa, Chotome, to Roland Amat, and to Stephen Forsen for joining me tonight on the edition of Class Showbiz live on CTV Ghana's #1. My name is Kojo King, and Jumedi and Kanyam Kwana Metimi aye. There are people behind the background of Mobuai and man Bibia Echo. So Kama. So shout outs to Echo Bismarck, MCR, Obuai Jumedi Echo. So to Samson Afo Eye Camera, and also boy, I know Danny and our Shema Bibia Koso Kama. And to Robbie X, and also your director of this program and the overall champion, the boss, the producer of this show, Anthony Osafo Sapon. A Facebook data na do na e de bonem rane. Mesumi din di Kojo King. Yankopon ya adom na o maye nkwa na o maye hode a ochena ye besa hia bi me the Wednesday edition of Class Showbiz Abroad. Now until then, have a good night.